Welcome to CFMOTO Side Rider. My name is Roland, and today I want to show you guys something because this might happen to you. The other day my son and I were out on the trails in the snow. You may have seen the video. I just put it out like a day or two ago. And what happened was my son was getting cold on his ATV. He has a CFMOTO ZFORCE. And he says, "Dad, can I drive yours for a while? I'm freezing. I want to get behind your windshield and stay and warm up a bit." I said, "Sure, no problem." So we drove for a bit, and in one part of the video you'll see where we stopped, and I took a chainsaw to cut up a tree that had fallen across the trail. So my son was sitting in here, and I came around to get the chainsaw, and we heard something drop. And I said, "What was that?" He's sitting in the driver's seat. And what it was, the lever here to move your tilt steering, it had fell out onto the floor. And then I remembered that someone had done a video about complaining about certain things about the ZFORCE, and they had talked about that had happened to them. And I was like, maybe this happens often. So I'm going to do a video about it and how I fixed it out there on the trail. So this is the lever here I'm talking about. You know how you pull this in and you can tilt your steering up or down to whatever you want. I thought, well, I have to fix this or else we're going to be driving this home like it's a big transport and with the steering wheel way up high, and I thought, we're not having any of that. So I looked inside here and I'll show you. So if you look in here where this lever goes into, there is a rod in there, and you can depress that rod and slip this back in. But I'll show you what I did, but I wanted to take this out to show you exactly what I did, and I was using this pointy screwdriver. And I cannot depress this at all, this rod that's in here. I can't get it out of the way so I can pull this lever out. Well, I probably could if I tried hard enough. I'd probably come up with an idea how to get it out of there. But you know what, that's just way too much effort because I can explain this without doing that. But what happened was, it was pretty cold here that day we went out. So I'm thinking that the cold had something to do with that rod not coming back up. Maybe he went like this to move the steering wheel down, tilt it down, and it's stuck in there. And I think the cold weather had something to do with that, because this thing is working really good right now. And here in Canada, it's 0 degrees +1 at the moment, so it's really comfortable outside. So under the hood here, I keep tools that I bring along, not just the tools that you get with your CFMOTO. I have a socket set in here, and I have toe straps. But what I tried was a pair of needle nose pliers. So what I did was I had this lever in here, and I just reached in here with the end of my needle nose pliers, and I pressed down on that rod, and I put my lever in, and then just pulled this out. The rod popped up, and it works great now. So that's all it was, and that's how easy it was to fix. So if that ever happens to you out on the trail, as long as you got something that's pointy and thin enough to stick into that hole there and push that rod down, you can put your lever back in. Then you don't have to drive it home with your steering wheel way up high. You think you're like a truck driver and got the horn blowing and the CB going and all that sort of thing. But having said that, I think I'm going to carry this tool with me from now on, put it in the front there, and you never know, it may happen again, or it may be good for another reason. So this just sits in my toolbox. I never use it, so I might as well just keep it in my side-by-side. So hopefully this doesn't happen to you, but it might. But thanks for watching. I'm going to go wash this now because it's really dirty from the other day, and we'll catch you on the next video.